Good morning. I thought I'd do a rune and tarot focus as I've been doing these on a Tuesday morning now for a little while. So I thought I'd do one as a video today. And the card that we have is the High Priest and the rune that we have is Tiwaz. So I'm going to talk about the High Priest first of all, just for a moment. So this one, if you've been following what I've been doing with the runes and tarots, this one's come out quite a lot recently. And the High Priest is the equivalent to the Hierophant in most tarot decks. And it's the counterpart to the High Priestess. So this is a very masculine energy within this card. It's a real masculine archetype. And what it represents is to do with finding your truth. It can represent in the mundane world legal matters, even family matters, things like that. It can represent sort of conformity. I would suggest that right now this one is coming up for a lot of people, or whoever's watching this, to suggest that perhaps there is a masculine archetype within your life that you feel is a bit of an authority in your life, but actually it can also represent a mentor or somebody that can help you to unlock the truth within yourself. So can you see these two keys that are here? One's got a sun, one's got a moon. I really like those keys. The Hierophant or the High Priest holds the keys to unlocking the mysteries within you. So unlocking those hidden truths. And what he will do is give you the keys and impart some wisdom to you. So there's a lot here as well about spiritual wisdom. So it might be that you're looking for gaining more spiritual knowledge and wisdom, and you need a mentor to do that. And what this person does is give you that information, gives you the keys, and then says, right, now you have to go and find where that truth is. Yeah, I will point you in the direction, I will give you the tools that you need, but it's up to you to seek it and find it. Okay, so think about that for a moment in your life. Where do you think that fits in with you? Are there conflicts at the moment with family members? And has this been going on for some time? Because as I say, the High Priest has come out quite a few times when I've done this tarot focus, and I think Tiwaz has come out with it before as well. And I pick these, I just ask for the energy for the collective, and I pick a rune and I pick a card each time I do this that suits collectively what people need right now. So I don't sort of pick something that I think and then match it with a rune. It's all completely what is given to me on the day. Okay. So yeah, and with the pillars in the background with this card, it is very much family orientated, I feel. And that could be sort of like, if you think of like a father figure, or like in a tribe, like the chief kind of thing. It's that kind of energy that this card brings about. But it's a very wise person. It's somebody that can give you that information. But if you think about it, it might not actually be somebody physical. It might be the inner masculine within yourself that you need to connect with, that you need to have that conversation with. So I'm going to bring Tiwaz in here, because Tiwaz is a rune all about connecting with yourself. It's all about commitment to yourself as well. It's about the self becoming higher. And to do that, we need to connect ourselves with our higher self. So if you know how to do that, then that's great. But if you don't, you'd be sort of like, what the hell's a higher self? How do I connect with that? So finding the truth, unlocking the doors with these keys helps you to unlock the path that is true to you and commit yourself to that path. So if at the moment you're in a space where you're sort of like, I don't even know what my path is, I'm just doing what I normally do, but something's missing, something doesn't feel quite me, or you're lacking energy, you don't feel healthy, whatever it might be, it could be a hint that these tools are what you need right now. The keys to unlock the doors that you're going to seek out and find that hold the truth within you. And Tiwaz, which will give you the courage and the commitment to yourself to follow that path. Yeah. So to do this, what you can do is find some space where you can settle and be in a quiet space. And imagine opening up through the crown of your head, and you can imagine whatever is above you. We always try and imagine a light coming down and into your body, and sit with it. Imagine what does your higher self look like? What does your higher self sound like? And just try and visualize yourself using the keys to unlock the doors to open that true self. And I believe as there's two keys, there's the lighter self and the darker self. The lighter self are the attributes of yourself that you're happy to admit about yourself. But the darker one are those shadow aspects that you're probably not as happy to admit about yourself. But committing to yourself is about committing to everything about you. Even the things that you think aren't very good, to somebody else they might be amazing. So look at yourself honestly, look at your life honestly. Where in your life do you feel perhaps that you are just conforming? And where does that not feel right? So Tiwaz as well, I don't know, I did that then. Tiwaz is about sort of that right action that leads to commitment to your higher self, to that self that needs to grow, that needs to become higher. And that can sometimes mean rising above the expectations that others have on you, rising above what you feel is your duty, what you feel you have to do. Because even with duty and responsibility and all the things that we have to do, we can still find time to commit to our true path. And all of those things then can become a lot easier. Both of these as well can relate to legal matters, legal battles. So if you are going through something right now that is a legal matter or is taking up a lot of time and energy, that is really annoying you, these are good omens that suggest that there is success in your favour in any legal matters. Okay, you've just got to have the courage to stick with it, to stay true to yourself, and perhaps seek out the support that you need. Because again, the High Priest, it can be a mentor, it can be somebody, a masculine energy that can help you, that can support you. It won't do it for you, but it can be there for you. So where in your life do you know of that person? Or maybe this card is suggesting that what you've been asking for is actually on its way to you now, is actually coming to help you, to support you and to be there. So if at the moment you are taking a career change or starting a new line of study, this one can also represent that. So if that's what you're doing right now, it's a good omen that this one has come through. So good luck with that, and I hope it serves you well. Just remember to stay true to yourself. Find those hidden truths within and stick with it. Stay true to yourself. I think what I'm suggesting there is sometimes you find this, don't you, when you're around family or friends that you've known for a long time. We tend to go along with what they say. We don't think about what we say sometimes, and we can walk away from it and think like, oh, why did I agree to that? I'm suggesting things like gossip and stuff where you're sort of saying things that you probably wouldn't say to that person's face or say normally. So again, this is suggesting that commitment to self. All your words, everything you do, how much are you committing to yourself doing that? I've heard a lot of people, and I've done it myself in the past, where you'll put yourself down before you feel somebody's going to put you down. Yeah? So we need to stop that. So making sure that we are in our heads, talking to ourselves nicely, and what comes out of our mouths is the truth, but the truth with kindness. Okay, so is it necessary? Is it kind? And is it the truth? Are mantras that you can use to help guide you in what you speak. And you may find, yes, the High Priest can represent this as well. You may find that there are people in your life that don't like the truth, that don't want to see you flourishing into your path, your commitment to yourself. But that's okay, because the right people that are going to stay with you, that are going to help you and commit to you too, they will be there, they will stay. And the ones that have a problem with where you're at right now and where you want to be, perhaps they're not the right people to have in your life. And it takes a lot of courage to say to people, you know, well, this is me, this is what I'm doing. However you feel, that's not my problem actually, that's your problem, that's for you to deal with, not for me to deal with. Okay, so hopefully this helps you to feel inspired to stay true to yourself and to work with those keys, to seek out and unlock those hidden truths, those mysteries within you, because we're all full of mystery. And this life is all about exploring experiences and finding out what we need and what we want. So if there's conflict, if there's restriction there, if you feel that what you are doing is committing to somebody else rather than yourself, then perhaps that needs to be looked at. And that doesn't mean you have to detach yourself from everybody in your life, but you have to be truthful. You have to say when it's sort of like, actually, I can't help you with that today because I'm going to be doing this for myself, study, whatever it is. And know that that's okay. So Tiwaz as well is also about the right action. So Tia is a god that he fed his hand to a wolf called Fenrir, I think. And the idea was that he was happy, well not happy, but he knew that he had to sacrifice something to get away. So he sacrificed his hand for that purpose. So Tiwaz is very much about that. You may need to make a sacrifice to commit to yourself, to commit to your higher self, to be who you are becoming. That can be difficult though to do, especially sometimes when it's the truth that we have to let go of something. It can be very difficult to admit that to ourselves and actually go through with it. And sometimes then we can turn our back on ourselves and distract ourselves with something else. So look for that support there that could be a driving force to help you connect with your higher self. Who is that person? Is that person within you, or is it somebody external that is coming towards you now? And it's usually, with this card, a masculine energy, a masculine archetype. But perhaps if it's not such a positive thing, it might be a masculine archetype that you feel is restricting you right now or making decisions for you. So in which case you need to commit to yourself and have courage to say, actually, I'm not happy with that. That's not on. And the amount of growth and transformation you will receive through that type of commitment. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. If you do need any help with commitment to yourself, with finding these hidden truths, I know I'm not a masculine archetype, but you can come to the studio and we can discuss sessions that can help you to find that within yourself. Okay, and we'll see if the High Priest comes out any more after this one. Okay, have a blessed day everybody. Blessed be.